I'm Amber Davies and welcome to Call to Stage. This is the space where musical theatre takes centre stage. From unforgettable backstage stories with incredible special guests to insights from my life and my theatre journey. We're leaving it all on the mic every single week, so let's jump in. Hi guys, welcome back to Call to Stage Gatsby Edition with me, Amber Davies. Now you're probably thinking, where are you? If you're listening to this on Spotify, I'm currently sitting in my London Coliseum dressing room. So if you hear any outside noises, it's can't be helped. Oh look, there we go, a dog. Don't know if you could hear that. Now, next to me, I have my ride or die of this whole experience for me. It's the world superstar Rachel Tucker.
I will pay you later for that opening.
Rachel is currently doubling up at the minute with Gatsby and doing a separate workshop, which can't be named. So this is the only way I could pin you down, was in between shows.
She just knocked on and woke me up from a sleep. No.
Me and Rach love an in-between show sleep.
We love a nap.
Before we get into the whole Gatsby shebang, have you got any weird pre-show rituals? I don't think you did.
I don't. I'm lucky if I'm just in time for the show. I have a thing. I don't like having superstitions.
Yeah.
But that in itself is a superstition.
Yeah, exactly.
So I like it to be very organic, and whatever flow that day, whatever mood that day I'm in, is what I bring, the energy as I bring into the show.
I love that. And Rachel's one of those people where she can have no siren before a show. Siren.
Yeah.
And she is the most consistent vocal performer I've ever worked with.
You see, the thing is, you know when people wake up in the morning and they check their voice? You know when people say, oh, do you check your voice in the morning? I genuinely don't. I don't even check my voice at warm-up. Because I know it's there. It's there. And if I get panicked, if I was to get into, again, like a ritual of checking my voice, or you would just worry yourself out of your own head. So I try not to. And I will know via my speaking voice if it's there or not that day.
Wow.
Or if I have if I feel a bit sore speaking or tired. I've just over the years realised that honestly it's got nothing to do with your singing voice. My technique is, I think, very good and strong. My speaking voice, and like when I pretend to siren at warm up, like that's kind of me taking the pen a little bit. Yeah. And just to make you laugh. Yeah. But I know it's there.
Yeah. I love that because a lot of people can get in their own heads, can't they?
And that's the worst. Once it gets in your head, it don't get out very easily.
No. And that's one thing about you. I think you're the most chilled person to work with. You really are you're horizontal.
I am.
Yeah.
Like I like being that way.
Yeah.
I've always been that way, but I've got more that way as I've got older.
I like that.
I do too.
It's our livelihood. You don't want to be panicking every single day.
I cannot be dealing with the panic and the stress. Now, maybe for like an outside concert, if it's a one night only thing, like that stresses me out. I will get stressed more with that. But once we've done 4 weeks, once I know what I'm doing, I'm usually chill.
Yeah, I love that. I love that attitude. So did you train at the Royal Academy of Music?
I did.
You did?
I went to the wonderful Royal Academy of Music when I was 21. I trained there it was a postgraduate for a year. I had the best 10 months training. I absolutely loved it. Got so much out of it.
Yeah.
Mary Hammond, she started the course. Don't believe she's there anymore. Karen Rabinovich, our acting, and Julie. It was just a brilliant year. Yeah. I met such great friends. In fact, I had 4 or 5 of them came to see the show on Sunday, and I loved it. They're great supporters.
And that was 10 months?
10 months. Wow. Post-grad. So, from September to June, July.
Yeah. And what made you want to go to the Royal Academy of Music?
Well, I put it this way, I had been working professionally, but there was always this niggle, Amber, in the back of my head saying, but you're not professional. You haven't trained. I always wanted to go to training. In fact, I auditioned for Guildford School of Acting, and I got in and I deferred the year.
Okay.
It was a 3-year musical theatre. I deferred it to save and to actually work. And it was my first show I ever did was Rent when I was 18 in Dublin. It was my first professional show. And
That was before you trained?
Yeah. It was my first show, 18. Got the half the English cast came over and opened it in Ireland, and they wanted half Irish cast, and had a great 5-6 months. Was going to go to Guildford, opted out. And then I found my friend who'd been to Royal Academy of Music, who I was working with. She was like, you've got to look into RAM. It's a brilliant course. 1 year, in fact, I spoke to Pip Alien, the casting director, who cast me in Rent. And I said, this is what I think I do. I'm going to Guildford for 3 years. And she says, Rachel, you don't need to go. Don't do 3 years. Go and do a postgrad or a master's somewhere. Yeah. And I hadn't even got a A-level to my name. So no A-levels. A performing arts course I did in Belfast. And the Royal Academy took me in because of my experience.
Okay.
I had. So I did that for a year, kind of like just needed the seal of approval.
And the tools.
And I really did find that there, especially with the acting and the voice. It's great for voice.
Yes.
Anne-Marie Speed taught us a still technique there, which is this more modern sounding belt, safe belt.
Yeah.
And I really found that worked for me. And then, so that was my year training at RAM.
How did you discover your voice when you were little?
Oh my God, I came out of my mum's belly singing. Belly. I came out her belly.
Children listening.
I came out the sunroof. Yep.
Oh, were you?
Singing from, and my dad was a singer, professional entertainer, and he was brought up from about the age of 5-6. He was singing with his dad, like literally. Little Tommy Tucker sung for supper. My dad sung to keep their family fed.
Oh, wow.
They were poor. They were much poorer than my mum's side of the family. And then, so it's in the blood. It's in the blood. Family. Yeah. Like the Welsh, the Irish love a sing-song.
Yeah,
they love
we're close like that.
entertainment. You know, it's similar, that kind of family. Get up and sing. You know, you've no choice, but you have to sing at family parties.
Yeah.
And honestly, see, when you clock up the hours that you probably and me sung for family and friends, it's like we'd already trained.
Yeah.
We had hours
Become
and
robust.
hours, of like singing to people and for an audience and knowing what that feels like and knowing how much you love it. And so that was always part of our upbringing.
And was there no other option for you but to be on stage?
I literally cannot do anything else. I honestly can't.
You could be a comedian.
Oh, give over.
Oh, you could.
Listen, we have a laugh. We laugh at ourselves. We laugh at each other. I ain't no comedian.
I think we should put Rachel Tucker stand-up comedy show at the Fringe this year. Just give it a go.
As long as you're my warm-up. That'll make them laugh.
Oh my God, I love it.
Yeah, no.
So let's talk about Myrtle Wilson.
Myrtle. Myrtle's fab.
Came through the inbox.
She came in the inbox and she was like, do you know what?
Healthy
fools. Do you know what? Yeah.
What was your first thought when you saw Great Gatsby's coming to London?
I was like, oh, I've heard clips, seen clips. I was like, oh, knowing that it's all about Gatsby, I was a bit like, it's not the lead. Can I be Gatsby?
You steal the show though.
So I was like, okay, listen to the soundtrack, listen to the 2 songs that they wanted me to sing at the audition.
Which is One Way Road and Secondhand Suit.
And the 2 sides that came in for that. And I thought, oh, great. And hilariously, was offered the part and thought I had more scenes and songs.
And you just...
And I didn't. And she didn't. I was like, okay, so that's all we're doing. So they call it the princess track.
Yeah. And you've never had that before, have you?
No.
Like in rehearsals, we were like ships in the night.
Yes. We
didn't see
each other.
Didn't.
Because we're not in any scenes together.
We're one.
Not.
We come in the car. Talk amongst yourselves.
I know what I mean. Come on.
That's the one time I'm on stage with you.
Oh, sweetie.
I know. It's so sad.
When we were on...
We have our own performance backstage.
When we have our own show.
Yeah. Thank God we're dressing room neighbours.
I know, right? We'd
never see each other.
No. So, yes, she comes on, but we don't speak. It's not like we have a scene.
No.
You observe and I observe. And
yeah.
And I wish when you die. I didn't want to ruin it for anyone in case anyone hasn't.
Spoiler alert coming up. Rachel dies.
Myrtle dies.
Myrtle dies.
It's the only way they get to shut me up is they hit me with a car.
It's true. It's true. Otherwise you'd keep coming back.
Just shut her up. Get the car out.
Are you enjoying it? Do you love it?
I mean,
do you hate it?
Look at the fun we have.
I know.
Is it not the best, funniest fun?
Yeah.
Like it's, you'd hardly call it a job.
I know.
Is it okay to say that? But I mean that in the best way. It's like you come to work, and honestly, everyone in this cast, they're the most brilliant people. They have chosen such nice Homo sapiens.
Yeah.
And then
everyone
people.
loves a good laugh.
Oh my God, we love a laugh.
There's not one serious person amongst us, which is crazy.
No,
considering we put on a West End show.
No. But that's the thing. And this is where I think some people might think, you might be the same, where they misjudge or mistake your kind of nice side or funny or happy-go-lucky side for just a bit of a walkover or a bit of a pushover. And
you're not a pushover.
I'm not, and I'm not. But I will. You would have to really hang me off.
Yeah.
For Belfast Rachel to come out.
I know.
I will. It'll be the last thing you'll see.
No.
I think it's the most.
And I didn't expect that of you.
Did you think I was diva?
I didn't think you were going to be a diva. Well. Should we tell them about the story that I said? Oh, hi. So I met, listen to this. I met Rachel at the Wicked premiere, and obviously, just for a backstory, I waited at stage door for Rachel when she played Elphaba. I was like a number one fan.
Insert photo.
I saw Rachel for the first time with my own eyes at the Wicked premiere in London for the film, and I walked over and she went, "Oh, Amy. Hi, Amy."
But I was so proud of myself because I was like, this is the girl I've been trying to get on her podcast. I was like, oh, it's her. I must say hello. Amy, it's you.
And in that moment, I thought, oh my gosh, she recognized my face, which was like tick, tick. But, just my heart like broke. It was like, I was your number one fan. I still am your number one fan.
You now know, I have just learned the names of the people in this cast. I am the worst. Names.
Where was I going with that?
Wicked.
Oh, I didn't think you were going to be a diva, but I thought you were going to be a bit sterner.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. Like more, like Belfasty.
Like more professional?
No, like Belfasty.
Belfasty, sterner? Are they stern in Belfast?
I don't know, are they? But you're like easy.
Easy.
That's why you've worked so much. She's easy.
I pride myself on getting along with everybody. I think it's part of the job. I think it's so important.
Yeah.
I like to be liked. I don't want to be the person that everybody's either afraid of or scared of, or I mean, that's exhausting.
I know.
Can you imagine having that persona of like people knock on your door? Who is it? Rachel's Amber. Or it's your company manager. Hold on, wait.
Yeah, that would never.
I know people.
Oh, really?
Like that, and they enjoy it, and that's part of their persona.
Yeah, I know people.
It's
like
not
that
me.
also.
I'm like, come in. I don't care who it is. She walked in me today, I had no clothes on.
She was fully in the nude.
I was like, oh, okay. Oh, hi, Amber.
I didn't give her the option. I needed to get something off my chest.
I was like, who is it? Hi, Amber.
Oh my goodness. Favorite part of the show for you?
I watch every one of your scenes every night. Favorite part of the show? When I park and bark.
Yeah.
No.
Oh yeah, it's my
I-
favorite part of the show.
I love watching. I sometimes sneak round the side and go into the box and have a look. I love watching the top of New Money.
Mm-hmm.
I also love a bit of Jamie's tea. I think tea's very funny.
Tea's very funny.
It's so, and it's insane what the ensemble have to do.
I know. In that
around
number.
in and around Jamie and just make it so the whole stage is like a mansion, and then within 30 seconds it's all gone.
Yeah,
It's just fascinating. I love tea.
Yeah.
I do love singing One Way Road.
I love it.
My
It's
solo.
it personally for me, that's my favourite moment in the show.
Oh.
And it doesn't matter how many times you sing it, it gets more and more impressive every time you do it.
Well, thank you. That's very sweet. But I'm always working on that. That's what I mean. Like, I might mess about and have a laugh and stuff, but my stage time, the 14 minutes of it in total,
14 minutes.
I'm always kind of listening and working on it. Like I said to you earlier, like I record from just the tannoy onto my phone, and I have done because it's taken a while to sing this show into my voice. I'll tell students when I teach, it takes months to sing a show into your voice.
Yeah.
And it took me a good 4 or 5 weeks to sing, especially One Way Road into my voice, because it's a big sing. So I will record myself, listen back and go over my notes and actually hear what it is I'm not doing, or what I like or what I don't like, even though it's only on my iPhone, on my voice memos. But from that is enough for me to go, oh, I'm going to change that a bit. And like, I wasn't getting my phrasing. I was having to breathe here and there. And that's an awful lot to do with nerves.
Yeah.
When you're nervous, your breathing goes.
Yeah.
So finding once you stop getting nervous for the show, or, anxious, or, that kind of, lovely feeling of like, oh, here's my solo. Don't mess it up. Once you settle.
I think that's such a lovely tip. A really gorgeous tip to record yourself, listen to your back and think, oh, I want to change that vowel here, or I don't want to breathe there. I don't think it works if I breathe there. I like that.
And that's just working on your craft. That's just me going, no, it's, all right, the show might be up and out and everybody gives you compliments, but actually, is it good enough for my ears? Is it good enough for me?
Yeah.
Can I improve it? And I can, because I love teaching. I teach singing too and coaching, and I want to be able to pass that on too.
Yeah, I love that. I love that. Even Rachel taught me something on the very first day that we met.
Did I?
Yeah.
What was that?
Because everybody had the script sent to their house before we got to rehearsals. And it just didn't even cross my mind to even do that. So I was opening the script for the first time on the day that we were doing the table read.
Yes.
Everybody else kind of had, spoke their lines into their brains and got their mouths around it. And I was
sight reading.
I was sight reading, which is
scary.
It's an anxious thing to do. And I said, do you know what? I'll never do that again. I'll always request to get the...
Well, that's right. So they didn't send us the script, and I don't like sight reading. So I am a terrible reader. I don't love it. So I will never, at any chance I get, I will get a script pre-sent, even if they don't send it. So she was like, well, how come you've got the script? And I said, well, I've asked for it. Yeah. So I could read through.
Yeah.
But it's a learning thing.
It is a learning thing. Top tip.
I did that many a time before I realised,
I don't like doing this.
I don't like this. I don't like being caught out and feeling vulnerable like that.
Yes, it is that. It's that.
Yeah.
Hadestown.
Oh.
Did you love it?
I loved it.
You played Persephone.
Persephone, well done.
I didn't see you in that.
Sir Persephone.
Great
goddess, obviously. Especially this big bad boy here in my chin this
Which
week.
Is called Raquel.
Raquel. So I named her. I'm Rachel, she's Raquel. So Persephone was fab. It came very quickly and out of the blue.
Oh, did it?
Yes, the two leads, Hades and Persephone, were leaving, and I had auditioned for it originally, didn't get it, and they then come back to me whenever they were leaving, which was kind of halfway through their first contract.
Oh wow!
Got the phone call from agent saying, "How would you like to start in Hadestown on Wednesday?" Trevor, Dion, Nicholas and I were Hades and Persephone, married to each other in the show, obviously. And we had 10 days rehearsals and we were in the show.
What?
Yeah, it's mental.
What did you think when you got that call?
Well, I was like, well, the theatre gods have spoken, because I had just been saying, please someone give me a theatre job for like this next period over Christmas. Christmas was coming in and I was like, I'd love some steady work. And I got the phone call. I was like, well, thank you.
Oh, wow.
That happened. And things like that happen, it's happens sometimes. Sometimes it doesn't. But it happened last October, was it? And then the end of the contract was February.
And you came straight into this in March?
Bish, bash, bosh. Thank you, theatre gods.
Theatre gods.
Oh, but it's been great. I've had a lovely run of it recently. And I'm also doing some cruise ships in between theatre jobs.
You think me and Ben should do that, don't you?
I think I couldn't recommend it enough. The ships that are out now that you and I could sing on are exquisite, extraordinary. A week on a ship, you do your own show. It's fabulous. I'm loving that as well.
Yeah.
go on the ships.
Yeah,
shippers.
go on the ships.
But I loved Hadestown.
And how would you describe your Hadestown experience?
Again, one of the funniest, brilliant
really?
casts I have ever worked with. I came in to work wanting to see the people, wanting to be on stage with them, wanting to be at warm up and have the camaraderie that you have with a cast that you want, that you hope it's going to be, and it was all that. The actual production is so fierce. The music's insane. I got to sing some incredible music.
Was it hard to sing?
It was a hard enough sing. It was a very big dance. I'm not a dancer, as you know. Yeah. But I can move, and the movement that they had me in, it was fierce. Like, it was crazy. Like, I get I get exercise, so I'm I have to do like this exorcism dance and stuff. Yeah, I like that. It was like being taken over by my body and stuff. So, see, I can move too, Amber.
Sometimes Rachel will just come off into the wing and just drop into splits. She does.
I do sometimes, and just with a straight face, and she loves it. She's like, yeah, that's great.
Well, that time we were working on your double pirouettes. No, single, wasn't it? It was a single pirouette.
Single for now.
Single for now. Let's talk about Norma.
Oh.
Norma Desmond.
The N to the D to the Desmond. Norma.
Do you remember something?
Oh, no.
Do you know I sat next to you when we were watching
Nicole's first night?
Not first night. No.
Well, was it one of the
it was one of her previews, and you were sitting. It was me, Ben, you.
Oh my goodness, I do.
No, she doesn't remember it.
I honestly don't know who I am from day to day, let alone who I'm sitting beside in a theatre.
Which
Actually,
is just a
now
crazy
that
thing.
you say Ben, was Ben beside me?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then my agent was beside
You.
the other side.
So it's your agent, you.
Ben.
And I turned to you and I said, oh, we have the same agent.
I loved almost every second
Of Sunset.
of Sunset.
So for the people listening, you were the alternate
Yes.
on a Monday?
Only on a Monday, please, in the words of Andrew Lloyd Webber, yeah.
I mean, that's cushy.
It was. The thing is, I went into the audition, and in the room, Jamie said, are you happy to job share? I knew I was like, well, yeah, I was going in for it with that in mind. Job sharing being more than one a week.
Yeah, like 4.
And then, so whatever happened, I think, people are like, well, I'd rather see Nicole. And you know what I mean? Like, she's a massive fan base, and the production was made around her. So if ATG and Andrew, if they can get her for 8 shows, that's great. That's what they want. So I think they were like, well, just in case, we'll give you the Monday night off. We'll employ somebody else. So when they came back and they were like, well, it's only a Monday. I actually said no.
Did you?
Yeah, I turned it down. I turned it down once I found that out. So turned it down, and they came back and they're like, okay, how about this? And it was still only a Monday. That didn't change. Like,
but it was other things changed.
Yeah, okay. Fighting over split hairs. So, yes. So, things like they asked, like, the first time round was like, things like, well, we'd want you on standby all day, every day.
Oh.
Right. So I was like, well, no. If I'm doing a Monday, I'm only going to be available for a Monday.
Yeah, and then they can have a cover.
And they have a cover, which is what they did. And then they were like, okay, fine, but you don't have first refusal. And I was like, well, I want a Monday and first refusal. Kind of little details like that. First refusal being if Nicole can't perform for whatever reason or doesn't, they come to me first to give me the option.
Yeah, okay.
So things like that we wanted in our favour.
Yes,
which was,
yes. And what your agent would fight for,
yes, absolutely. They negotiate that on your behalf, and
Yeah.
So and it worked out, and it was a cushy job, but more than that, Amber, where me and my agent sat it could have been a gamble. It was a gamble. Sorry. It could have went either way.
Yeah.
It could have been a disaster, or it could have got me on to that next level, like working with Jamie Lloyd. It was something I would always wanted to do.
Yeah.
I'd never worked with Andrew Lloyd Webber. I'd never done one of his shows since the I Do Anything programme.
Yeah.
So there was lots of things that it was good for, could have been good for me, or I could have just been seen as Nicole Scherzinger's understudy and not done as good of a job as she, because she is insane. She is a beast and sings that score so brilliantly. So there were things that we really had to actually sitting back about as a career move. Not just finer details like money or, you know, being in the theatre or not. So we really did take our time on it. And I think it paid off because it really exposed me. Like, I got 2 short films because of that then. And got more TV people for TV exposure. And because of the way Jamie directed it, which was this film that, you know, it was like the genre, the film genre, and the close-ups and the stillness that he made us have in it as Norma was really brilliant for, you know, just like finding your centre and your stillness. And because musicals are so, you know, big and full out and, you know, very, very movement orientated, and this wasn't. This was the opposite, and dark and still. So it kind of put me into a different bracket, I think. Or,
I like
you know
that.
what I mean?
Did you enjoy the aspect of going on once a week, or is that daunting?
It's a great question, because I thought it was great, easy. It was harder.
Yeah,
it was like a press night every Monday night. And then as the Mondays were going on, people were going, "Oh, we're running out of time. I need to go and book to see Rachel." Like friends and family and lots of supporters and fans. Like the first couple of Monday nights were not full, you know. So that was like, oh, breaking my heart. But that's fine. I don't have the same fan base as Nicole, and then the Monday nights it got to the point where Monday was so light, because it was my only night on. It was the only night that people could come and see me if they wanted to see me. So then I was like, oh my God, they're here to see me. Whereas before they weren't here to see me, they were just here to see the show. Yeah. And I just happened to be on. So that flipped it on its head, and then there was pressure there. And then every Monday I came in and walked through the show and sung through it myself on stage. Okay. So that I felt like I'd done it twice on a Monday. Yeah. Yeah. And sitting up the back in that chair, you used to sit there for maybe 15 minutes while the start of the show's going on. That's scary. That was really scary, because I said to you, one of my habits is, if I get nervous, I don't go downside a stage. I will literally come to my dressing room and go straight on. Yeah. Otherwise, I'll be pacing and getting myself worked up and going over my lines, and then you go, oh, forget my lines.
Yeah, what is that line?
What's that line? What's that word? No. So I found just by had to be calm, had to stay focused. Again, like, you know, I didn't have as much of a laugh on that show. No. Because I wasn't around the company, so it didn't feel really like a part of the company, like a member of the cast. And it was nobody's fault. It wasn't like people were being horrible to me or anything. But I wasn't there all week. No. They had been through a grueling week schedule, 7-8 shows. And then I show up fresh as a daisy on a Monday. Hi, folks. And they're like, hiya, on their knees, you know. But thrilled to see me. But, you know, I was very much in my own lane in that show. And,
you know, you said earlier it takes about 4 weeks for a sing to get into your voice.
Yeah, into your body.
Were you constantly adapting your Norma sing?
Yes. So the way we get to do this, either twice a day, like today, you know, like if this was our first Thursday, in my head I go, oh, good, I'll get another chance to sing this in tonight or find my way. I couldn't with Norma. So I would have sung it at home as well. Okay. Yes. But there's none the same. There's nothing like having a mic and being stood in a theatre and having that vast sound. Like, that's so helpful, having the amplification.
I know. It's a different...
Isn't it a different ballgame?
Yeah.
So finding that on a Monday night, you were, you know, every time.
Difficult.
It was like, here we go.
Job.
Like, hold on to your hats, folks. And just had to ground myself and anchor myself. And
even words, scene work. If you haven't done it for a week, I'm terrible. If I'd been away for a week... even from here, I'm like that.
Me and lyrics are not friends. We are just not friends. I have to work at lyrics. I have to work at retaining those. Thing. So it was a real panic. But I loved. I really felt like, you know, unlike this or unlike the, you know, the other kind of, you know, parallel I can give you this is the start of every night of just before I was about to sing. Something has changed within me. When the audience are literally like, you can feel them sitting forward. Yeah. You can just hear a quiet atmosphere, that they're just right. You've got the audience there. And it happens so rarely in theatre where you've got the audience there and it's in your control and they're waiting on you and the conductor's waiting on you and the band. And it's the most wonderful feeling, but it happens so rarely.
Yeah.
So every Monday night I was just like, I am taking this moment. I've got this. It's mine.
I love that. I love that. Original Captain Beverly Bass. Come from away, West End and Broadway.
Not original Broadway. The lovely
Not original.
Jane Clulla, but
yeah, but you did go to Broadway and you were nommed for an Olivier.
I was indeed.
Wow, was that your first nom?
Yeah.
What?
Yes, my only nom.
That is illegal. I'm sorry. It is illegal.
Well, it was my first original part.
Oh, was it?
Yeah. So, yeah, I think it is. In a West End musical, Workaby nominated. So it came over. It was a transfer. We opened in Dublin, the Abbey, and then it transferred.
Which is perfect.
Which was gorgeous, and it was so loud, and they loved it. And West End transfer. So, and here's the thing, Amber, I was so green to it. Like, I was sitting watching a thriller, a homicidal documentary on Netflix, and then my phone just went crazy going, oh, congratulations, Gargan. I had no clue that noms were happening or that this was the time of year when people get nominated.
Oh, really?
And it was just, it couldn't have happened any better. It was bliss because I was like, holy, this is this, I've just been nominated for Olivier. And I had no
idea it was coming.
No, none at all.
Did you know that they'd been in to watch?
Well, yes, of course it's an original show, but nobody really talks about it in the building. It's not like they're like, we don't know when they're in or anything. Also, it's a new show. Everybody knows that they're going to be in at some point. But also, we're all supporting cast.
Yeah.
None of us were a lead.
No.
So it wasn't like, I felt like, oh, good, you had your brain on the kind of, oh, well, I'm supporting lead or I'm lead. I could be. We were all supporting. It was an ensemble show.
Yeah.
So I think the producers put forward us all for a supporting role. And they came along and they nominated me, Rob Hands and Clive Carter out of the 12 of us or whatever.
Oh my
So it was such a bless. I couldn't believe it. It was such a surprise.
You know, in the rehearsal room for Beverly, did they give you a lot of creative leeway?
Well, the show is very tight in itself that literally if a chair is off by a bit or a table, things don't work.
Okay.
So it's very technically tight. You can't move any of that. Now, when anybody asks me that question about any role, I will always approach a role like it's the first time anybody has ever done it. I will never look back and go and see what Jen Clulla did or Carrie Ellis did with Wicked, or I will always and only ever approach it. I will look at the lyrics and I will say, how would Rachel say that? That's how I would say that.
Yeah.
How would I sing that? That's how I'd sing it.
Yeah.
So in that regard, I had all the freeway, all the freedom I wanted and could have.
Yeah, I love that.
You know, and again at the audition, you know, they want to see what you're going to do with it.
Yeah.
So at the audition, that's when you kind of bring your bag of gold, your A game, and just go,
that's what
I would do with it. And that's another thing that I'll teach students. You bring what your vision is of that material to the audition. Then the director can go, oh God, she's really good at that. But now I can nip and tuck and tweak and actually, can you do it this way?
Yeah.
And then hopefully you can take direction and you can.
Yeah. Would you say that was one of your favourite contracts?
Absolutely, by far. That and Wicked.
Yeah.
Let's
talk about Wicked. Let's talk about it. Wicked. So you were Elphaba in Wicked, West End, Broadway, 10th anniversary, and when you were pregnant. Also, it says online you're the longest running Elphaba.
Consecutively.
Yes, consecutively.
So let me explain. So a contract at Wicked is, so you've got a month's rehearsal and then it's a 10-month contract.
Okay.
I think, if I'm not mistaken. So I then stayed for 3 contracts.
That is,
so
you did 30 months?
Yes. And the last 5 months I was pregnant with Ben.
She was pregnant. You were going up.
On the cherry picker. We call it cherry picker.
The cherry picker.
Colin
The cherry picker.
And every other week or every 3 weeks, they had to change the bar that goes around your belly.
Because you were just getting bigger and bigger.
Yeah, it's hilarious. 3 weeks before I finished, brand new set of costumes. 3 weeks before I finished.
What, because
I was like a tent. Although I wasn't really. I mean, I from the side, I was definitely pregnant. And in my last show, I popped up and helped my tummy.
Oh,
you know, when
did
Fiero
you?
comes out, I go, Fiero? And then and it was as if, look what we've done.
Oh, really?
It was really cute. I really clapped.
Oh, really? Is that what you did?
Yeah. Just like, look what I've been baking in the oven while I've been in hiding, Yeah.
Oh, my
So
gosh.
cute.
I didn't
My
know you
last
did
matinee,
that.
Yeah. I call it 3 years, but it's not quite 3 years, but it's 3 consecutive contracts in a row.
But it was over 3 years,
Yes.
a 3 year
Yes.
period.
So I started January, February 2010 and I finished October 12. So
yeah.
it's not really over 3 years, but it was 3 contracts. And then I don't believe they allow an Elphaba or a Glinda to stay for more than 2 now.
Oh, really?
Because of me.
Why?
Because then the girls do what I do, which is get
Pregnant.
No, I don't. I don't think that's the case. I did get into vocal trouble in my 3rd contract.
Okay.
Fatigue sets in. Like, you can't sing that 8 times a week. And I'm thrilled that they're now bringing a standby in or an alternate.
Yeah.
So the Witches now are only doing 7 shows and they have got the 8th show is by the alternate. So back in my day, they didn't have that. And so you just took rest or time off, but then you were docked. So you were down money if you took time off. So you kind of, in your head, you're like, I can do this and fight through. And then I got vocal fatigue and I had to take shows off and had to take time off. And so therefore, you're a bit of a liability to the production company. They were fantastic. Absolutely brilliant at helping me with vocal health. They sent me to ENT specialists.
Oh, did they?
Yeah. And here's the thing, Amber, I'm not sad that happened to me when it did, because by doing it and by hurting my voice and pushing myself when I was sick, I shouldn't have been on when I was sick, and I've learned how to manage my voice and how to self-care and vocal health.
Yeah.
And that helped me when I then went to Broadway.
Yeah, because she took it to Broadway.
She took it to Broadway with the family, and we were there for a year, just over a year.
So was Ben there with you?
Yes, Ben was 2. Me, Guy and Ben lived in Brooklyn. And I had the best year of my life.
And you were there for a year?
Yeah, over a year.
How did I not know that? I didn't know you lived in America
I'm not
for
a
year.
boast.
She's not a boast.
I've lived in America for 4 years.
Yes, because, you stayed there, didn't you?
Yes, well, we came back and then I did The Last Ship. I did Sting's musical and then I did Wicked. So The Last Ship closed, which was the Sting musical. It was my first Broadway show.
Yeah.
Same director's Wicked. And through my tears, I texted him, you don't happen to want a particular Irish girl to play a particular green part on Broadway, knowing that I had done it in the West End for 3 contracts. And Joe was like, I'm on it. And within 3 weeks, he was around my dressing room saying, I'll see you in September. And that's how I found out I was playing Elphaba on Broadway.
And you were there for 4 years?
No, I did 3. Well, I did 3 contracts in London, and then I did my year. 6,
You
7
did the
months.
Last Ship, original cast.
Yes. Then we did Wicked
For a year?
for a year, and then we came back, and then I did a year and a half for Come From Away.
Oh my goodness.
So Ben was being to school. Ben did 2 years at a New York school.
What?
Yeah. So we have our green card, so we can live and work there. That's why Come From Away we're able to say, oh, would you fancy taking over? And that's actually we got our green cards because of Wicked on Broadway and Last Ship.
That is absolutely incredible.
And honestly, Wicked has given me more than just like 3 or 4 contracts.
Yeah, I know.
It opened the door to America for me.
I know.
The green girl got her green card.
Yeah.
Simples.
Green girl got a
green card. And we went out and were able to live
Was
the American
Broadway
dream.
always a goal for you?
Oh my word. So I sat 4 rows from the front and bawled my eyes out. Oh, Wicked the first year.
Did you?
Bawled my eyes out, like inconsolable. And the ushers were like, can you leave the theatre? And I'm like, you don't understand. I have to be in that show. You don't understand. And almost to the day, 9 years later, I was playing Elphaba on that same stage. That's fact.
At the Gershwin.
Yeah.
Quickly,
Go on.
one word to describe your career.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
like Belfast to Broadway, Wee Girl from Belfast.
Belfast to Broadway.
On like no, like literally no words. I can't believe it's happening to me.
Really?
It's me.
It's me. I want to quickly say, obviously, you met your husband Guy when you did Tommy.
Yes.
I love that story. It's kind of just
He's a director. I slept with the director.
She did.
I did.
After they worked together.
After we worked together.
Yeah, don't sleep with the directors on the job, guys.
Don't do that. Don't recommend.
And then I'll Do Anything quickly before we move on.
I Do Anything was amazing. I was at the point in my career where I was squirting perfume in Harrods and Harvey Nichols and Selfridges way too long, and I was like, I need to get out of this. And I watched Lee Mead, who I did Tommy with, win the Joseph programme, the Joseph show. What was it?
That was the year before.
The year before me. And I said, if that comes up next year and it's the programme that I'm right for, I'm going to do it. And if I'm not working, I'm going to do it. And I wasn't, and I did it, and I got in.
Yeah.
Only just, by the way. I think I was
you?
like the 12th girl, I think, because I'd worked professionally, and the BBC and Andrew were a bit like, oh, she's already working.
Okay.
So I was, they were iffy about me from the beginning.
Yeah.
And I got into Andrews, and in fact, I had my final. Oh my God, this is a story. I had to decide between my final of Wicked, the year Alexa Gadim took over, and Andrew Lloyd Webber's house up at his estate to find out if I was getting on the live programmes for I Do Anything. I had to decide between which one I was going to go to.
And you went with the...
Because I knew in my heart of hearts Wicked was going to happen.
Okay.
I felt like I needed the TV exposure and that kind of exposure to cast directors and you know. So I did. I went for
and you all worked after,
we've
didn't
all
you?
done really,
Every single
really
one
well.
of you.
Yeah. We've all did
so would
really
you say that was literally just to get your face on television?
That's it. That's
wow,
absolutely,
I love that.
Yeah,
it was just a strategic move.
Yeah, it was. It was the exposure that I felt I needed at the time. And I remember, like, I did We Will Rock You auditions 2 years in a row, and I didn't get it. The minute I got off I Do Anything, I was offered.
Yeah, you were. Meet.
In
the Dominion.
My first West End show.
And that was at the Dominion.
That was at the Dominion. So, you know what I mean? It was like, and my mum was like, oh, I don't think you should do it. I think you're working, you know, you're going to take a step backwards. What if it doesn't work out? And I just thought her saying, which is jump and a net will appear, which is tattooed on my arm. Jump, something will always catch you. And it was her that encouraged me, but she was a bit worried that I shouldn't do it. But actually I was like, no, come on.
You went with your gut.
I went with my gut.
Jump and a net will catch you.
That's right. And I live by that. And in fact, I came out of my We Will Rock You contract just in case Alexa Gadim was going to leave. For me, if I hadn't have been available, I would have not been happy. So I left We Will Rock You
to be
in case Elphaba became available. Not even, it was a guaranteed. I didn't know if Alexa was leaving. And she left, and I auditioned, and I got it third time lucky. And I genuinely left a job to make sure I was available for Wicked.
Wow. You're incredible.
Well, that's what I mean. It's like there's that kind of that Belfast in me that you know, that fire in my belly, and I know my worth.
Yeah.
I know what I can and can't accomplish. I don't know what I can't accomplish, but I sure as heck know what I'm going to try and get. Elphaba was one of them.
Wow.
And so therefore I'm going to have to leave, meet Loaf Behind and Rock You.
Yeah. I love that. I love that so much.
It's been fearless.
You're like the best person I've ever worked with.
Oh,
and I put that as like hands down the best person I've ever worked with.
Okay.
Yeah, you are. No, I swear. I'm not just blowing smoke up your ass.
Don't know what Natalie will have to say about that.
Yeah. Oh crap. I'm going to get in trouble when at Paris.
Listen, yeah, I understand. I get it. I have absolutely adored working with you.
Oh, thank you.
You know, anybody that listens to your podcast, I hope they come and see you in this because she is fierce and fire on stage. And, you know, I know you believe in yourself.
Yeah.
But like most of us, we're a bit more modest about it than we like to think. I have never met someone that is as determined and as focused and absolutely like the notes this girl hits.
Oh.
I remember in rehearsals, and actually after that when you hadn't read through the script, remember I said, I was like, oh, here we go.
Yeah.
Here we go. She doesn't know what she's doing. And then in rehearsal, she whipped the floor up. And vocals for days.
Oh, thank you.
You do whistle tone.
Yeah.
She whistle tones in this.
She whistle tones.
Much better than that. The sound guy has just went. Look, listen to that whistle tone.
Oh my God, I'm dead. Well, thank you so much. If you are a Patreon listener, stick around because I'm going to be asking Rachel some of your personal questions to her. Thank you. Love you so much.
Amber, I love you.